Where do they get the children? Where do all these children come from? Well, it has a lot to do with illegal immigration. All these people go missing. Virginia, so many kids per capita go missing in Virginia. Foster care is a huge CPS. It is a huge scam. CIA has been starting wars all over the world for as long as I've been alive, for as long as you've been alive. They start the wars, they cause the chaos, people die, and it's a really easy way to snatch children up. Haiti, the earthquake in Haiti. So many kids were taken from Haiti, and it's just, there's a lot of Syria, exactly.
I wore the uniform and I don't even believe in the fucking wars I fought for because I think those were a lie. I know damn well Iraq was a fucking lie. That was a ploy to get KPR into fucking Iraq because Dick Cheney.
No, I agree with you.
That's what that shit was.
You know, I started my career.
I spent a long time there. Every fucking logistics piece in the country was KBR, Halliburton, KBR, Halliburton, everything. Food, like the shitters, the gasoline, every piece of logistics there was KBR. Did we find WMDs? Fuck no. That war was bullshit, and everybody fucking knows it.
I think this is really special. I like how small it is also. Anyway, what do you guys say? I know you do your little intros.
The illness left her both deaf and blind. So after 19, she had zero input whatsoever from her ears or her eyes. No, they touched her. Okay, you might be able to learn what a fucking glass of water is, or like what mom means, or heat, cold, you know, by this, just tapping. You don't get strong opinions on socialism. Guys, that's fucking retarded. It's all fake. Oh, you don't think Helen Keller's real? No, obviously not, because I'm not retarded. Keller traveled over 40 countries with Sullivan, making several trips to Japan, and became a favorite amongst the Japanese people. Blind and deaf since she was 19 months old.
You thought it was over.
What is this shit?
That stuff makes pure mescaline seem like ginger beer, man.
Ginger beer?
Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome?
Whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
Remember when David dies, 12 pike, the Budweiser heavy for the road. Two kids in the bike, drunk off their ass, screaming in an old Bronco. And I recall what she said, that she wanted me dead. There ain't no grave deep enough. Remember all the nights we had, you said it ain't so bad, keep those heavy eyes looking up.
I'm here to date a 6-year-old. I came knocking on your door a million times, and you laughed at me.
Remember when Mary brought her own Jane? Lucas thought he was gonna die. The stars started falling out, a night cloud from a clear Midwestern sky. I recall what she said, screaming that the sky's red, burning to a younger man's mind. Remember all the days we had, I say it ain't so bad, keep those heavy eyes soft and kind. Oh, when I'm old, I will recall all the nights we spent outlaws. It's getting cold, but that sun is cresting, and heavy eyes ain't born resting.
Man, I like spent 5 hours yesterday looking at this, and I feel dirty right now. I mean, I feel spiritually raped. Listen, I'm not bitching and I'm not complaining. I just can't do this hard anymore, okay? I just can't do it.
Who's gonna drive us home? The boys and me are walking staggered, vision blurred. One thing you'll come to know, the boys back home live for things those sad folks in town. I can't take this soul with me. If I go, I'm going quickly. Keep those heavy eyes free and proud. Oh, when I'm old, I will recall all the nights we spent outlaws. It's getting cold, but that sun is crashing, and heavy eyes ain't born for resting.
Almost every photo of Warren Buffett, a master wicked operative involved with his banks, money laundering, narcotics trafficking, that's in Bloomberg, AP, Reuters. But in almost every photo, he goes, I'm just a little old man. Ice cream.
Oh, when I'm old, I will recall all the nights we spent outlaws. It's getting cold, but that sun is cresting, and heavy eyes ain't born for resting.
This is an emergency podcast. This is a shout out to all the Going Postal viewers. We need to find Mrs. Guthrie. Guys, I think together we can, if we locate the armed perpetrator and we get this woman her mother back, I think we might just stand a chance of making a little bit of money. And there's enough garbage for everybody. I mean, we can split this. The Going Postal viewers can split this. We don't have such a big fan base as where we're not diluting it too much. So, if you're out there, get your resources together, get your soldiers on the streets, and crack some heads for us, okay?
That's all we wanted to talk about this entire episode. That's the most important thing going on, is finding this lady's mom.
But it still is an emergency podcast.
That's all we wanted this emergency podcast for, is just so we can help find this lady. There's nothing else going on at all. There's nothing else we really even wanted to talk about. I've just been doing a deep dive trying to find this armed perpetrator and putting him to justice.
Right. Dylan's been hunting down the man in the balaclava. We will find him. Susan Guthrie, have no fear. You have your best warriors on the case. And I think this is the first time that we brought you guys a news story where there aren't any conspiracy theories we can bring to the table. I don't, unless you have something. Is she an alien or something?
No, I didn't look into this at all, actually. I watched one YouTube clip today of it, actually. I haven't paid attention. I also didn't know who it was until today either, like why this lady was famous. I guess she was like a CBS anchor or something.
Yeah, she was an author too.
Well, that lady's mom got kidnapped, and then the picture just came out today of the Ring camera, or the Nest, I guess was the company. For some reason in the clip, the news anchor made sure to say like 5 times, this is a Nest camera, this over and over again, just had to say the name of the company, like, what, not Ring, just to be clear, this is Nest. And she was like, there has to be some sort of facial recognition technology. They have to be able to find him through, with how AI is nowadays. And I just was like, I mean, he has a mask on very well.
Right. I don't know why you're saying that, but sure, okay.
But yeah, that was the only clip I watched, and
I like how she's telling the American public that, like, yes, we know. You don't need to put it in our face. We know we're being spied on, but can you just find this guy and get her mom back, okay? FBI, Palantir. Can we put Palantir to good use? I mean, for Christ's sake, we have a situation where X-ray facial ID through the mask would have an actual use. Peter Thiel, where the fuck is the X-ray facial identification? When will masks not be a barrier anymore? I think we need to work on this.
It's crazy that we actually have as much freedom as we do. I think we should be more contained because, like,
finally,
we have these AI license plate scanners. If you ever even want to leave the city you're in, if you're a wanted man, you gotta as soon as you leave the city that you're located in, you have an AI license plate tracker scanning your location for the cops to come and arrest you. So if you ever commit any crime at all, even if it's just one day you're saying bad things about Israel, if that's your crime, then you want to leave the city, then an AI license plate scanner is going to fucking track you down, and then you're going to get hit with a cruise missile for trying to evacuate your 15-minute city.
I mean, have you seen what London looks like with all those, like, the camera trucks and everything?
I hear London is like one of the worst places as far as that goes. Like,
it's really dystopian.
Yeah, it's like, what would... Not the 1980s. If they saw London nowadays, it would be like a dystopian nightmare. Basically, like
it is. It's horrifying.
People would look at that and be shocked, but just if you slowly implement things over time, then like no riots in the street happen. It's just a slow dribble of totalitarianism.
People are being arrested for memes.
Yeah, I'm very thankful that we still have freedom of speech. As like, if you are arrested for freedom of speech, like say you're an auditor or whatever, for exercising your First Amendment, then it does eventually end up getting cleared through the courts. And there are a lot of good judges out there. Like, there's a lot of bad cops, but there's also a lot of good cops who don't arrest people. But whenever people do get falsely arrested in the United States, there's like we still have some sense of justice going on. As much as we complain about it, there's a lot more shit going on in other countries. I feel bad for 95% of countries out there. There's only a couple places I would never move out of the United States, obviously, but there's just a couple places that are like semi-cool, almost as cool as us. It's like not even close though. Like, I would never move there. Like, I'm just thinking of like Switzerland because of the mountains, but then even then, am I really gonna fucking go live with those fucking rich bastards?
Yeah. Speaking of auditing, you're an official auditor yourself now.
Yeah, I shouldn't have sent you that video of me auditing 2 cops, because it was definitely, I was not prepared for it at all. I mean, I thought I was in the moment, but then whenever you're actually there, you're fucking a lot more nervous than you think you'll be. I wasn't shaking, surprisingly, because I'd been standing there by his car for a long time, but I was just standing next to this dude's sheriff's officer, his running vehicle, parked on private property for like 10 minutes, I would say, before they eventually came up and talked to me, and that was fun.
Was it?
It was exhilarating, actually. I might fucking start actually. This might be my new full-time thing.
That's good.
I mean, I watch enough. I know enough about the law. I'm not gonna get arrested.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's actually like a lot more scary than you think, because these guys have so much power in your hands. It's kind of like, I don't want to put myself in those situations where they just have the power to fucking put me with a bunch of chomos and shit.
He walks up on a sheriff's vehicle and he comes walking up with an AR. I liked that.
Well, whenever I'm standing next to his car for 10 minutes, I'm just looking into the woods, like just waiting for him to walk out. I was expecting 50-50 literally to see some type of fucking weird shit going on. I expected this cop to be up to no good.
He wanted to find him banging somebody.
And then he comes up in the passenger seat with a fucking fully loaded AR-15. And I realized that this is probably a more serious situation than I thought it was. And I mean, I asked them and they said everybody's fine. I don't gotta worry. If I wasn't recording, though, I definitely would be fucking scared shitless. I would be a lot more scared because, like, that barrier of actually... I'm going to record, even if I get pulled over for speeding, anything, I'm going to record the police officer, and I'm sure they're going to love that so much. I'm sure I'm still going to be able to get out of a ticket whenever I'm recording him.
I think you should always do that, but don't be a retard and just like, yeah, I'm fucking recording, you're just having the phone in his face. Just like have your phone down in your cup holder looking towards you, and I mean, it's pretty simple, guys. Just don't be obvious about it and you're A1.
My phone screen was cracked, or my phone camera was cracked from dropping it while delivering mail so much. So, like, I wasn't even recording for, like, to post on YouTube or anything. It was purely for my own safety.
Just to make sure he's not going to die.
And I'm respectful. Dude, I think the fucking good auditors out there who are respectful all the time and just let the chaos happen, because just some people do feel some type of way about being recorded. But if you're a public servant, you got to know going into this job. We pay cops so much fucking money. All of them make over $100,000 a year with all the overtime they rack up. It's a guarantee if you're a cop, you're making over $100,000 a year. They fucking get so much money, and they complain about you recording them whenever we have cameras on us. on every single building as we walk down the street.
Right. No, I mean, nobody should be mad about being recorded anymore at this point. Like, you're always being recorded. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, you'd be surprised with how much auditing goes on. There's so many people out there doing it. Like, how have not one person come across this at this point yet? Or let me reword that. How is the people that are still reacting so heavily while being on camera, how have they not come across this situation yet? How do they still not know that you can be recorded out in public?
I mean, dude, I think it's just a lot of dumb people. Just look at the Apple Pay pranks where they just walk up to people in the grocery store, have the Apple Pay ding noise go off whenever they put their phone next to theirs.
Yeah.
And then they get pissed, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, bro. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many... I mean, no one's surprised at this point. Everyone knows it. There's so many retards out there. The average intelligence of an American, I don't know, they got to be fucking putting something in the water. We can't actually
They
be...
They are putting stuff in the water.
We can't actually be this retarded. It has to be the fluoride they're fucking putting in the city water. This is insane.
Might be the neurotoxin they're putting in the tap water. It might be the artificial poison that they put in the food. I don't know.
All the evidence of chemtrails you really need is just look around you and look at the average intelligence of the people walking around you.
I mean, dude, why does anything in a can that you can't see through need dye in it? I've never understood that with drinks. Like, why does this have to be fucking bright blue or bright red or bright green?
I think it tricks your brain over time. If they get you while you're young and they get you hooked on that, like, oh, I'm buying the colorful shit, then your entire life you're going to be buying those products, that colorful products, like that branding. Like, the fucking Coca-Cola branding is stuck in my soul from all the advertisements I've seen over time, and it's a fucking great product. I mean, it's crisp, what can I tell you?
He likes Coke.
What's your top soda right now?
Probably Baja Blast, Mountain Dew.
Respectable. I'd still got to say Dr. Pepper, but whenever people ask that, you never talk about, like, the fucking sodas you'd only buy every once in a while, like the fucking canned, like, orange cream sodas. Like, that might actually hit, like, better than any soda I've ever had as far as Coke or Mountain Dew or any of that.
Have you ever had Spreechers before?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's Menards brand soda, and it's like, bro. They have their orange cream is called Orange Dream, and it's fire as fuck. They have amazing root beer. They have amazing everything, Dylan. I'm gonna get you a 4-pack of this sometime. It's a fire brewed craft soda.
I love root beer so much. I haven't had root beer in so long for some reason. I think the only reason I avoid root beer is because I'm addicted to caffeine. And it's always caffeine free. So, like, whenever I'm drinking soda, I'm drinking it with a purpose. I'm trying to fucking refuel.
Yeah, no, I respect that. Have you seen what they've done to Pib?
I mean, they've changed the name like 2 or 3 times. I know that.
They've raped the label.
Have
you seen it?
No, I haven't.
It's right there. Pick up that bottle. White cap. Look at it.
Oh, I don't like that.
Right. No, it's awful.
That looks like it was made by AI.
It is made by AI.
They've changed a lot of sodas too over time and added like corn syrup into them whenever they used to use like pure cane sugar. And what we drink now every day, the canned sodas, it's so much worse for you than it used to be back in the day, and it was already bad for you.
Yeah, no, it's a bad situation out here with the food and the water.
They've at least started taking the dye out of some of the products, right? Didn't RFK actually do some good shit with that?
Well, yeah, they've started, but I mean, I honestly feel like it's just an excuse to, like, yeah, dude, look at this brand new shit, but we're gonna sell it for a higher price.
If we're taking dye out of it, it should cost less. That should be less expenses for you guys.
Exactly.
Their whole fucking assembly line is just set up just like, nah, like it's fucking, you can't. It's step one. we got a fuck ton of dye here. What are we gonna do with it?
We gotta give you the red 40. What do you mean?
I'm avoiding all canola oil. Fucking, you can't avoid it. You can try your best, but I'm never buying canola oil ever again. I'm going pure avocado. What else is good besides avocado? I don't want to fucking talk about food the whole time, but I'll just end it here. What else is good besides avocado?
Butter.
Oh, and olive oil. Yeah, I use butter a lot too.
Olive oil, avocado oil, like you said. Ghee.
I don't even know what that is.
It's clarified butter.
Yeah, I do know what that is.
I have a jar of it inside the cabinet over there if you want to take a look at it. But yeah, no, I like that. It's pretty sweet.
My main goal as far as life, I gotta
to blow up and act like you don't know anybody.
I gotta get fucking land, dude. They're not making any more of it. I gotta somehow acquire land because I do want to have my own garden. That'd be fucking so sick. I want to be not self-sufficient because solar panels seem like they're gonna lose me money if the world doesn't collapse. If the world does collapse, it'll give me a couple years, I guess. So maybe it is a good investment, but I've never looked into solar panels and seen people be like, "Oh, it's a fucking gold mine. We're making so much money." I've only seen people talk shit about solar.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of it. It takes up a lot of space, but I think it has its uses, like you were saying.
Cost a fuck ton of silver to make all the solar panels, and then you only end up getting to use them for 5 or 6 years before they shit out, and then you gotta get brand new ones.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a hard decision to make. I think we should just talk about what's happened in the Cumtown world. I mean, Stavros has gone and done his own thing. The Adam Friedland show is still kicking, but I think Nick Mullen needs to get over his constant depression and start making content. Start making content for us, my friend.
I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think he's pretty much checked out. He pops in here and there. I've seen him on a podcast recently. I think he went to Skankfest maybe, but I don't think he's ever. I think he's pretty much retired. I feel like he just has enough money at this point he can just check out.
What a beast! I'm happy to hear that, but I'm also sad to hear that at the same time. I mean, nobody will give us African Man and Molestrios. Nobody else will itch that like he does.
I feel like he's also never gotten over his depression. He seemed only depressed the entire time I've ever watched him. I've never seen him be like, you know what, things are turning around for me. Things are actually going okay.
The man has a terribly negative attitude, thinking that the Cumtown was a terrible show. I mean, guys, take it easy. It's just an hour every week. 3 guys getting together. Why can't we keep it going? I want to live in the past, okay? I want to live in the past.
I watch Stav still a lot. I don't watch the Adam Friedland show anymore, but I still watch Stav's podcast, and he talks about like fighting all the time off camera. He said there was like a period for like 6 months where they would only talk on camera, and anytime the camera would stop rolling, not camera, but like they would only record, and then whenever the mic would get shut off, no communication at all for like 6 months because they were fighting so much.
As you should.
That's what me and Sam do. We only talk
at work. We only talk at work. We're clocking in.
Me and Sam actually work together, and this just only happens whenever we hide away in the break room. We take 1.5 hour long breaks, and we just try.
We're just jerking in here.
The key to a fucking break, though, is you gotta time your break that you're guaranteed to have with your shitting. So you gotta be like, okay, I just took my break. You work like a little bit, say 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, now I have a shit coming on that could last who knows how long. This could be a 15-minute shit. Who knows? And then you got 30 to 35 minutes right there where you've just wasted the American taxpayer dollar.
Yeah, that's. Listen, the fat cats make so much, you gotta take what you gotta take. And a 10-minute shit is a 10-minute shit. I mean, every working man knows that. Boss makes a buck, I make a dime. That's why I shit on company time.
Yeah, it's been a long time where I've worked a day where I haven't taken a shit. I pretty much try to not shit at my house if I can. I try to only take my shits at work. Like, I'll try to hold it.
I refuse to take a shit at work, to be honest with you.
I'll try to hold it at night just specifically so I can take a nice morning shit whenever I don't want to work.
That's ridiculous. I don't know about anything like holding in your shit a whole night to let her go next morning at work. But fair enough.
Fucking the post office. The fact that the union president can get a DUI while he's the union president, get a DUI in a postal vehicle, and then still remain president like nothing happened, and then negotiate our contract and bullshit us over and over again is just completely ruined. Like, it's just one man's actions who is working for, like, a bigger picture, like, to save the post office's money.
The man's seeing the downfall of unions.
One man's actions has fucking soured me so much on the company I work for, or the organization I work for. It's not even a company, like, it's not supposed to make money, but it soured me so much, and I just wish we could get something changed about that. I was trying to be the change I wanted to be, and I took that video off of YouTube because I was just trying to not... If anyone sees me in my face online, I don't want my work to see that video associated with my face where I'm trying to get all of our workers to strike, and which is, I guess, some would say illegal. Fucking who knows?
Which is bullshit. It's not. It's literally not. But okay.
I mean, it's not. Like, I was willing to fucking go to court on that. Like, I don't know.
He's willing to go to court.
I think I can turn some heads. The most psychopathic people I've ever seen have fucking been their own lawyers. It's never a fucking sane person, because it just benefits you so much to have someone arguing on your behalf rather than you arguing yourself. It makes it look so much worse in the court's eyes. It's crazy.
Right.
It's pure narcissism is the only thing that leads to that action. You're literally guaranteed a public defender, like a fucking free, better than nothing, to have that guy in your corner. And then still some people are just so crazy where they're like, no, I can do this on my own. And then you just see them just fumble their way over and over again to try to explain their way out of it. Like, no, I didn't murder this person. I have no alibi at all other than my word. You just have to take me on my word. I'm not a murderer.
It's not a great look. It is not a great look, is it?
The Epstein files had a breaking announcement, though, today with the Thomas Massey shit. I can't ever remember that dude's name, that fucking other congressman who is also going deep in the files. He's doing the research. He's getting into the files, but these dudes were allowed to look at the unredacted files so they can see names of people who were redacted that were not supposed to be, and one of them being Les Wexner, the guy who fucking gave Jeffrey Epstein his fucking incredible mansion just basically for free, and also the co-founder of Victoria's Secret.
Will there be consequences, Dylan?
No. I can answer that for you right now. I guarantee nothing happens with it all. I think they've gotten so confident with it that they're just going to laugh in our faces if we ever try to have any form of consequences come from it.
Folks, this was the year not to pay your taxes, and I'm filing my taxes right now. So, I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. Well, how much more can we take?
No taxation without representation. It's clear as day. You've heard it time and time again. Do you really feel like you're being represented by the people who are in government?
Yeah, dude, I mean, the bread and circuses aren't even working anymore. I mean, the bread is moldy and the circuses are boring. We have a Super Bowl halftime show that, I mean, guys, let's be fair. As far as everything goes, I don't understand the whole hating Bad Bunny and calling him an immigrant, because he literally is an American citizen. He is from Puerto Rico. I don't understand that. But having the whole halftime show being in Spanish and then playing fake crowd noise, because I mean, it's not like anybody there can sing along. I don't know. It just felt kind of sour to me. It's not like I was watching the Kid Rock halftime show or anything, but I just didn't understand, like, who is this for? I mean, I know who it's for, but it just kind of disgusts me that we've stooped this low.
My family definitely did tune into the Kid Rock halftime show. I saw it top out. We didn't. We only checked it a couple times, but it had like 4.1 million whenever I looked at it. But it's just, that's clearly done on purpose to try to like cause a reaction. Like, no one, they know what they're doing whenever they have an entire halftime show in Spanish. Like, it's clear as fuck. It's clear as fuck they're trying to piss off a lot of Americans and have a reaction. And it could just also be a distraction. Like,
you're outnumbered now, guys. Just admit it. They've already done the Great Migration. They've already moved them in.
You can't have anything American anymore, even football. There's no sense of being an American anymore. They want you to just be some type of blob, some type of fucking non-male, non-female, just some type of species, just some.
They're preparing you to be a globalist slave.
They want you to look like a little turd.
Whenever the Epstein files are calling the mass populace cash cattle, it's not a great look. It's not a great look.
I love that you get to see how fucking racist basically Jeffrey Epstein was to all the goy. And
a lot of goyim talk, isn't there? It's not a good look.
He basically looks at us as human cattle, and you get to see it in the files.
Jeffrey Epstein, a friend of the show. Not a good look for him, but what are you going to do? He's dead now.
I feel like this really does vindicate us, not to take a victory lap like all Jones style, but just all the crazy Pizzagate talk and all the conspiracy talk where we're just like, guys, we're going postal here. We're kind of losing our minds. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, and you guys are all acting like it's not happening. And then you actually get verified proof in the files being released. They still tried their best to redact a lot of stuff, but it's coming out more and more. There's no hiding it. Everyone knows about it at this point.
Dylan, listen, at the end of the day, it was me and you against the world during COVID. I mean, that was a full mental breakdown of society. Nobody knew what to believe, and we stood resolute in our mindsets. We didn't get the shot.
Well, if that actually was real, I would have been fucked because I was being looked at like an insane person. I never got kicked out of anywhere, luckily, but just I have vivid memories of walking through Hy-Vee and I was the only person not wearing a mask in the entire grocery store. Even the children. If you could put a mask on a 2-year-old, I bet people were putting masks on. Like, there was a point where people had gotten so delusional, just completely detached from reality. Whenever it's the flu, as far as I'm concerned. Like,
putting a piece of cloth in front of your face and acting like it's a gas mask.
It was a worse reaction at the time, whenever we're getting used to this new fucking shit that they got put out there, but now it's just basically comparable to the flu. And hindsight's 20/20, but at the time we were trying to say that it's comparable to the flu, and all the flu numbers are dropping. It's clear as fuck. There's nobody's getting the flu. Everybody's dying of COVID.
Yeah, I know, it was strange times, and they just fucking push it all under the rug. And nobody talks about COVID anymore. Nobody.
And Fauci doesn't get arrested for any of it. Never fucking once. That's how you know that Cash Patel is never going to face consequences. Les Wexner, everybody involved in this, because they did the same shit during COVID. Everyone involved with COVID that should have been arrested should have been... We've had so many people in the government that should be charged for treason against the American people.
Right. I mean, but they're not committing treason against the real government, though, Dylan.
They're not committing treason against Israel, that's for sure.
Whoa! Come on now.
Yeah, the Epstein files will really get all of our anti-Semitic jokes out, that's for sure. We're definitely not going to talk about that anymore now that they're talking about us like... We have confirmation that they look at us as pure human slaves.
I think there is an awakening going on. There's a lot of Instagram reels going our way, Dylan.
They have to allow that to happen. Like, nobody who is on the internet knows, or nobody on the internet at this point can avoid the anti-Semitic jokes at this point, the anti-Semitic memes.
I mean, Flint was on Tucker Carlson, for Christ's sake.
I don't even think he's anti-Semitic. I think I've really started fucking disagreeing with him lately as far as what his views are and the Epstein stuff, because he was really off the mark, being like, dude, Epstein's my boy. He did nothing wrong. Not a pedophile. I know you guys are all calling him a pedophile. You want him to be this bad man, but it's, as far as I'm concerned, all the victims between 14 and 17. I don't want to be that guy, but he's not a pedophile. He's a fucking xenophobe or xenophile, whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen this, so that's not a great look.
That's a horrible look. He's no way he would say that if the Epstein files already come out with all this shit, like in the most recent drop. And then with Massey coming out and actually seeing these confirmed 6 people who were redacted that were not victims, and I'm sure there's many more that were redacted that were not. Those were just in their one meeting that they had in there. Those were just 6 confirmed, one of them being Les Wexner.
Thomas Massey's plane's gonna get blown up Clinton style.
There's no chance he lives into 2027. Dude, we gotta put heavy money down on Polymarket that Thomas Massey's gonna die before 2027.
Certainly not gonna get reelected.
He's going to be elected president, in my opinion. I really think this has changed so many people's minds on who our next presidential candidate is.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have fucking Dumb and Dumber coming up. We have Gavin Newsom and J.D. Vance, most likely, so hopefully we'll get some new blood in there.
I hate J.D. Vance, but there's no shot that Donald Trump should be president at this point. With everything he's done, J.D. Vance should 100% have taken over.
He wants regime change.
That's what America's about. We just got to get regime change all the time, even in our own country.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy about the new ballroom, okay? I think you should be happy about the new ballroom, too.
Donald Trump was mentioned more than Harry Potter in Harry Potter's own books. In all 7 books, with every single mention of Harry Potter, Donald Trump's name is mentioned more in the Epstein files.
That's awesome.
They were literally best friends. Like, they were as good of friends as you can be. I guarantee Epstein was in his, like, if you would say his top 10 associates, like top 10 people who are not in his family, like, Epstein was in his closest circle.
Dylan, he sat with the staff. He hung out with the staff while he was on the island, okay?
And nobody can use the excuse like, oh no, I never went to the island. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't just on an island fucking children on there. Like, he was all over the place. He was in Florida. He was in New York. He could bring children anywhere. He was a procurer of young pussy.
That's what he does. That's what he does. And he did it for everybody, including the president of the United States that we have now, and probably probably Bill Clinton, too. Probably a lot of other presidents. I'm sure Obama didn't have his hands clean. What was it, $46,000 worth of hot dogs being delivered to that White House.
They're using the same code in these files, same code as Pizzagate. It just vindicates us so much on the Pizzagate stuff. You see Epstein over and over again, talking to not Bibi Netanyahu, but the one before him. I can't remember his fucking name, but the prime minister before Netanyahu. You see him communicating so much in these files with the prime minister of Israel. Literally fucking... He was one of the most influential people on the planet, one of the most powerful people on the planet.
He's a fucking Mossad asset. He's a goddamn super spy.
And he won the lottery twice, I guess. I haven't confirmed that or anything.
I'm sure he has.
But I've heard multiple people on multiple podcasts say that Jeffrey Epstein won the lottery twice, and that was confirmed in these files.
That's where he got all of his money, not from dark dealings, but from lotteries.
That is impossible. Like, there's no chance.
I mean, it's just his whole story is all full of shit. Him dying is full of shit. Everywhere you look, I don't even know what to think anymore. We're certainly not going to get consequences for the victims. And, I mean, the history books are just going to have it down as Jeffrey Epstein probably had sex with a 17-year-old. He killed himself in his prison cell. It's done with. It's done with, Dylan.
I'm 50-50 whether Epstein's still alive at this point. That might sound crazy to a lot of people, but I think there's a minute missing out of the camera footage, and that's just what we know of. There could have been a longer cut, and they could have added in, like, I know how video editing works. They could have easily added in a camera cut like that. It's so obvious there's so much fishy stuff going on, and we can't just let this shit happen. We can't. Every podcast we do, it just turns into me being like, guys, this is getting ridiculous. We got to start storming the Capitol. We got to start.
That's what we do. That's what we're rabble rousers.
It's fucking. I go into it trying to go in with like a Cumtown vibe, trying to have like an African accent, and then every single time I just end up pissing myself off, being like, guys, how the fuck are we still putting up with this?
You must never respect a woman.
Yeah, I gotta stop pissing myself off so much, because I'm trying to fucking make people laugh. I'm not trying to piss you guys off too. This is a comedy podcast after all. I came here fully convinced that Helen Keller was a fraud, and then on the drive over, I just did more and more research listening, and I was like, you know what? I may have gotten fooled.
He's gonna let him have this one.
I may have gotten fooled by a right-wing conspiracy theory, guys.
I'm gonna let the globalists have the Helen Keller conspiracy. I'm not gonna debunk it just because that's how low it is on my totem pole. I'm trying to crack the Pizzagate files. When will we get those?
There's just like the Epstein files and the Pizzagate. There's so many names in that of people you can verify who are connected to it that never got arrested, never got charged or anything. They didn't even have to beat the charges because they never even got charged. And there's actual human victims, like fucking Hillary Clinton defaced a child, and her and Uma Abedin fucking put her face on and had a ritual.
They bathe in young blood to stay young.
And even this in the Epstein files that's coming out, that Epstein was eating people.
That's what kills me. Whenever you're just talking to, I'm just gonna call them normal people, and they're talking about the Epstein files and acting like, yeah, dude, that's crazy. And I'm just thinking, like, bro, we're scratching the surface of the surface. You're just talking about them having sex with children. I'm talking about them eating children.
I'm talking about underground human farms for adrenochrome, where
right. I'm talking about them having having farms of women getting pregnant, sucking the fetuses dry of their bone marrow and their stem cells, and just reusing them.
I'm very glad, though. Again, I've already said it this podcast, but the pizza code, it's clear. The FBI has made it clear. Why would no one get arrested in the Podesta emails where they clearly are talking in code saying, like, these guys aren't going, 6 guys aren't all going to a party sharing a slice of pizza. I mean, Jesus Christ.
What are you talking about, playing dominoes on cheese pizza or pasta?
And who's emailing? Who's emailing? Like, I would just order.
Who is this Hillary Clinton staffer emailing her saying that she's sacrificing a chicken to Moloch in the Podesta emails? What is that?
if I want pizza, I'm just going to call Domino's and order pizza, and my boys are just going to have a feast. Like, why the fuck do you have to have emails about it talking about, oh, dude, I forgot my fucking pizza at your place. I forgot the box that my pizza came in at your place.
I left a pizza-related map at your house. Next time we meet, can you drop that back off to me? Well, that's literally an actual email, guys. They're talking about a pizza-related map? What the fuck is a pizza-related map? Let me hit your vaporizer.
There's no shot that Epstein is just the head honcho here. Like, he's just the only one. He's the one running the show. He's just by himself, lone wolf. They always try to blame these things as a lone wolf gunman. And then Kash Patel will still to your face say, no, we have no knowledge of anyone else being involved. It was only Jeffrey Epstein trafficking victims to himself. Him and Ghislaine were the only ones. There's nothing else to see here.
Even saying that, while we know Ghislaine has been called a pimp before, she's pimping out multiple people to a lot of different people, guys. It's not like these two are the only people. But I mean, I guess they were. According to Kash Patel, fucking we only have two people to blame here.
I think it was just yesterday, or it could have been today, where she had some sort of testimony for some reason, but she was in front of a judge, and I saw over and over again for these past couple weeks, I saw multiple news outlets being like, oh, this big trial is coming up, this big testimony, Ghislaine's going to talk in court, this is going to be important. And then whenever it actually comes, every single question she just pleads the fifth on. The first question, she's just like, I've been advised by my attorney to plead the fifth. And then the judge is just like, so is it fair to say that any other question involving this case you're going to plead the fifth? And then she's just like, yeah, that's
obviously
that's fair to say.
Obviously.
And that's all that ever happened. Imagine how much wasted news coverage was talked about for this specific event, just for her to plead the fifth for every question that they wanted to ask.
I mean, we're getting places, Dylan. We're having consequences dealt out.
And I'm not even pissed at her for it, because I'm that much of an American. I got so much fucking American blood rolling through my veins that I'm not even pissed at her for pleading the fifth. I would too if I was an insane sex trafficker. I would use that Constitution to the best of my ability.
Kind of have to. Or you're going to get your fucking head chopped off.
Or you're going to be put in front of a firing squad if the American public actually just gets confirmation about what you did.
It's not a good look.
There's no smoking gun, obviously, because in my opinion, they got rid of a lot of evidence before the FBI even raided the mansion. Like, whenever he first got arrested, if Trump's actually this involved in it, they got rid of as much as they possibly could before any search was actually done on the properties. That shit was burned in the fucking most secret pit in Nevada or some shit. I don't know where all that shit was burned, but I'm sure American taxpayers paid for it too, which is the sad part.
Beast.
You can only have so many people redacting those files, though. You can't just have a giant squad of government employees redacting these files. These have to be very high up people.
Right.
Which makes it so funny that they're so incompetent at redacting that they can't even redact the most simple shit.
You can literally just take it to Photoshop and look underneath the black part.
That's funny though, that just like there's one fucking they had like a conference, like a Zoom call or something, where there's like all right guys, we got to explain to you how to redact. Everyone, this is very important. We need to make sure you guys know 100% that you don't highlight and then blacken. You need to make sure that you're redacting, guys, because if we do that, it'll and then like one guy's just like fucking off playing like Clash Royale while this is going on.
He didn't drink his sperm cells, his stem cells and bone marrow smoothie that morning, so he couldn't focus.
Dude, Epstein had a Fortnite account that was active like last year.
Beast.
In the files, it comes out showing where the V-Bucks got sent to, because he got an email confirmation whenever he bought $25 worth of V-Bucks.
That's awesome.
So that we know which account
he's buying skins.
Epstein has. And then that account has been active all the way as recently as 2025 or 2024.
That doesn't mean anything, though, because my Fortnite account Fortnite's weird with that shit. Like, I've shared an account with another person for I don't even know how long. Like, I have my skins and I have his skins. Just like, my credit card has never been charged for anything. He's the one buying the V-Bucks and spending them.
This is unconfirmed. I didn't look into it that hard, but the video I watched said that he was active in Tel Aviv.
That's pretty sweet.
If that's true, I literally am going to be so fucking pissed.
Man's alive and chilling in the Holy Land.
They can't even fucking get him camped out in like the mountains or somewhere. They literally make it that obvious that he's fucking camped out in Israel.
He's in some Mossad bunker.
I want to get that Mossad bunker for whenever shit pops off. I want to get that fortified cement around me.
Same. I want an Iron Dome Patriot missile system.
That is also why I want land, is to make my own.
To put up an Iron Dome Patriot missile system.
I need an underground bunker so bad, dude. I need a fallout shelter for whenever shit goes down.
This is sweet. I love this.
Dude, like a lot of people who are scared of nukes, and that's why they want a fallout shelter, but I literally don't believe in nukes and then actually want a fallout shelter.
He thinks they're fake.
I don't think they're fake. I think there's big bombs. I just don't believe that there's going to be fallout, like earth-shattering fallout for millions and billions of years.
For a while, you didn't even believe in radiation, so I'm happy to hear about that.
I mean, I think they can do some fuck shit with radiation where, like, it would cause, like, you know how shit, like, gets fucked in, like, say, Palestine, East Palestine, and, like, Ohio, whenever that train derailed? Like, there might be a little bit of birth defects or some shit. Like, there might be some shit, like, going down as far as side effects like that, but I think we've been completely lied to about how much that's actually, because like in World War II in Japan, they just got right back to work a couple days later and just started rebuilding. They didn't have the side effects. I think are very much overblown as a fear-mongering campaign.
I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy that they had the fear-mongering campaign. The less nukes they drop, the better.
But I don't even think they have nukes like that. I think that they can just destroy a large area and, like...
He thinks they firebombed it and then sprayed radioactive chemicals over it.
Not exactly. I mean, I'll give you radiation. I'll just give you radiation.
He's just going to give it to me.
It's not going to linger for 100 years in the location that they drop these nukes at. We've tested all these nukes in Nevada. And people are still chilling in Nevada, very close to where I'm sure some large explosions happened.
I don't think that's the case. Certainly not where some large explosions happen. I mean, what do you think about places like Chernobyl?
There's a lot of sites in Nevada where they've put nukes, they've launched nukes there, they've tested nukes, and then they've built cities in those same places where they've tested a fuckload of nukes. And there's no side effects from the people. Nobody's complaining. And this is very recently, within the last 50 years, where they've tested these. Nobody's complaining.
Nobody's complaining.
Nobody in Nevada is complaining about fucking radiation.
Yeah, probably because they live in a desert hellscape. It's already so bad they can't even complain.
And if you live in Nevada or Arizona, somewhere like that, and you're a mailman, I don't understand how you survive the day. That's without AC in these fucking microwave ovens. The fan, I swear, makes it worse on days like that, where it's over 100 degrees. It feels like it's actually cooking you like an oven.
Your convection oven. You've added a fan into it.
It's impossible to me that someone would make the same amount of money, because I'm making the same amount of money as that person. If they're the same amount of years into me, they're making the same amount. It's an entire country-wide contract. Every single carrier makes the same amount if they put in the same amount of time.
Insane.
It is slightly more in Alaska and Hawaii. That is the only places. But as far as like the mainland of the United States, these people deserve so much more money than me. It's crazy. I think I deserve money, and I think they deserve even more money than that.
Right. I mean, I think everybody can agree that we all deserve more money.
That does seem to be a good that'd be a fair assessment to think that everyone would like to acquire more dollars. It's time to wrap it up, I'd say. We're trying our best here to give you a good one. We're trying to be Come Town, but it ends up just being going postal rants talking about the globalist elite.
I mean, listen, this was just a fuck around podcast. This was just, I mean, we're just happy to be back. We're happy to be on the saddle. We left you guys for a little bit, and really, recording just scratches an itch for us, guys. We just like to do it. It's really just, it's a hobby, you know. So, if you're here listening to the Emergency Podcast, I would stop listening and start searching for Mrs. Guntry. You retards. Let's go. Call us up whenever you know of her whereabouts. We'll get everything together. We'll share the cash.
And start looking into Helen Keller. I'm still not 100% convinced that she was legit. We need to fucking find out if this bitch was lying to us, because we all were taught it in elementary school that this bitch was on the up and up, but there's some shady shit going on.
He doesn't like it.
Let us know in the comments below.
Nice. Like and subscribe. Smash that like button.